Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel. TV made Stowaway to the Moon. Let's check it out. Meet EJ.
You promised.
Oh, EJ. Yes, I guess I did.
Big fan of NASA and moon rockets and everything else.
Astronaut EJ Macronet Jr. Wouldn't that be something? Hey, why not? Why not?
Moonshot is now T-minus 10 hours and counting.
So the space shuttle's taking off, or whatever it is, and he's going to try to break in to stow away on it. Defying all odds, he somehow manages to get on board without getting caught or seen.
Flight control.
Flight control.
Got a little problem.
What's on your mind?
The computers show you 87 pounds overweight.
First, I'm
EJ's
Eli
parents.
McKenna, chairman of the English department at Titusville High School. Second, I have an 11-year-old son. Third, my son is aboard the spacecraft Camelot.
Would you say that again? What about the guy?
Well, the stock footage tells us that he managed to stow away.
Holy?
What is it, Ben?
Holy Toledo.
What's the matter?
Camelot, say again, your last transmission was garbled.
Camelot, this is Houston. Come in, please.
What's going on?
Break that 87 pounds overweight we had at liftoff?
Yeah.
Camelot, this is Houston. Come in, please. Camelot, this is Houston.
I found it.
Camelot, will you come in, please?
It's alive.
Charlie?
We've got a stowaway.
What? What'd he say? What'd he say? One male human being.
We see the backstory where he knew Mr. Averill, who lives next door to Cape Kennedy. Oh, it's John Carradine.
Smell homemade bread. Let's have a slice or two before we head out.
Now, what are they going to do about it?
Well, because this
Looks like he chose the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
penetrated all our security and stashed himself in the garbage compartment.
Is his name Eli too?
It's Eli Jordan Macronet Jr. We tried to tell the people at NASA our son was on board. We tried to tell the guard at the gate. We reported Eli's presence to the NASA people in the press gallery. But nobody believed us. We were just...
Second of all,
Eli makes friends with the astronauts and he becomes a celebrity.
Josephine Williams, okay? Yeah, EJ, I'm okay. I made it easy. I did just what you told me.
Joey. Your friend Joey is okay, EJ. He got home safe and sound.
Oh, that's great, Joey. That's just...
Even with the stowaway on board, they decide to continue their mission. It's a go. One of the astronauts is not feeling well. So two of the astronauts leave because they're going to go to the moon's surface. Joey and the sick astronaut are left behind.
I love it, Teals. Travel me.
Ben! Mr. Pullum!
Mrs. Engelhardt, EJ, what's going on?
Yes, sir, Mr. Engelhardt. Ben's faded. The flutter.
Then it gets worse.
He's vomiting. He's vomiting. Clean it out.
Kid, you think you can fly this thing?
All you have to do is tell me what to do.
Hear that, Charlie?
Let EJ do it.
All right, come on, get up here.
I guess we'll let him rest for a while. This is the third pass and I still see nothing. I'm now positive that Little Dipper did not land anywhere in the target area. I think on the next pass around, we better go looking someplace else. This is EJ. Is there a small road directly south of you?
Negative. I'm looking south, but I can't see any sign of a depression. Are you sure you've got us right?
Rick,
Yes, Charlie.
hey.
Is it pitch?
It's y'all. All right, 4 degrees.
They found him.
There. That's it.
Closing fast. Make
They
a roll
reconnect.
now. Okay, in position.
Then EJ messes
All right,
up.
3 turns.
He's got the wrong valve. Quick, turn it off.
We're rolling back.
Well, push harder.
So now they've got an emergency.
All right, EJ. Do you know where the carbon dioxide warning light is?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're going to be on minimum cabin heat, minimum oxygen.
They got to keep him separate from everybody else.
You need more O2. So you turn the valve.
It's touch and go whether they're not going to have enough oxygen to get back home. He's got to stay separate for 2 days.
Yes, EJ.
I can't stand the cold.
Houston.
But now they're about to enter the atmosphere, so it's time for him to join them again. Not sure why they had to be separated, but they had to be.
The rocks! The rock boxes!
Check this well.
Looks like everything's going to be okay. But then wait a minute. Was it all a dream?
Gertrude, good company.
Fine, clear night. Welcome back, EJ.
Yeah, we were scared there for a while. Guess you were too.
Being scared is an important part of finding yourself, Joey.
Oh, are you kidding?
I guess it really happened. Or did it?
Kid, you got us off the moon. Without you, we'd be part of those rocks and reels down there forever and ever. Now we're going home, and we got you to thank for that.
All right, let's talk about Stowaway to the Moon. You know, this is a re-review for me. I reviewed this back in 2016, and I remember at that time there had been no reviews on IMDb for this from critics or just regular patrons going to IMDb leaving reviews. There was none, literally zero. I was the first person to do it. And now I looked, there's about 17 of them combined between the two things. So this movie's getting around, I guess, in the last 5 years. What we have here is Stowaway to the Moon. It's a movie that I originally taped off of cable. I taped it off the Disney Channel, actually, probably around 1992. And watched it then. It's never been released on videotape as far as I know. Maybe it was released overseas somewhere and never been released on DVD. But I have it. It's a made-for-television movie, 1975. Lloyd Bridges is in this movie. He plays a very similar character to what he played as McCloskey in Airplane. And except this one, he's playing it for real. He's not doing it for laughs. But we have this kid named EJ who is like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old or so, 14. And he decides he's really into NASA and spaceships and things. So he decides he's going to sneak on to Camelot, the space shuttle, to go up into space. Somehow, he pulls that off. He knows this guy who lives next door to Cape Kennedy, played by John Carradine, and he's able to use his property and get on there. And he gets in there. They detect 87 pounds overweight, but they just chalk it up to a glitch or whatever else, some rain, whatever. So they blast off into space. They're heading to the moon. And then, of course, once they're up there, they realize they have a stowaway. So anyway, he endears himself to the three-man crew because he knows everything about space and rockets and everything else. So they basically treat him kind of like almost like a fourth astronaut. They use him to clean up, help out, this sort of thing. Well, at one point, two of the astronauts leave. They're going to go down to the moon to do whatever they got to do there, get some rocks, whatever. And then he's left behind with one guy, and the other guy gets sick, so he has to help him. He cleans up his puke. Ultimately, when they're all back on board, EJ pulls this wrong valve, and causes almost a catastrophe. And then they're worried about whether or not they have enough air to get back, which they do, but they have to lock EJ in this one place all by himself where it's really cold. And they're wondering if he's going to be able to okay. But ultimately, they do get back. Once and they pull him back in, everything seems to be fine. And then it kind of like cuts away as they're getting close to like landing or whatever. We cut away and we're back with John and Carradine again, and we're almost led to leave. Was this a dream? I'm not sure, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Who knows? But anyway, that's Stowaway to the Moon. What you got here is just typical. It's almost like a Disney family fair type of thing. It's just very harmless tripe, but it's entertaining enough. It keeps you going. It's an hour and 37 minutes or so. And it's not boring at all. It seems preposterous that anybody could ever pull this off, especially nowadays, but even 1975, you couldn't get away with this. There's just no way in hell you could ever pull this off. But nonetheless, EJ pulled it off. Power to him. So anyway, that's Stowaway to the Moon. Like I said, not available on VHS, not available on DVD, but maybe it's floating around various places. Maybe it's streaming right here on YouTube. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. But anyway, that's it. Check it out. I burned my DVD. I burned my VHS copy onto a DVD. Got some homemade box art. I actually didn't make this box art myself. I found it online. Somebody else had created it, so I used it for my own purposes. So there you go. Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. If you've seen it, Stowaway to the Moon. Watch it. Bye.